What's up, y'all? Welcome to a new episode of THOED podcast. I'm your host, Haley Aaryn,
And I'm your host, Aaryn.
and today we have a new special guest.
It's your boy Trey Sanders, CEO, founder, Counterculture Management.
Make some noise!
So, how are you?
I'm great, I'm blessed,
Okay.
blessed. How about yourselves?
We're good.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah, we always like to do like a mental check on our guests. So if you could rate your mental state right now from like 0 to 10, what would you rate it?
Shit, we can curse on here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I'd say I'm probably at an 8, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Only an 8 because, I am an entrepreneur, so the -2 is, just from working, being an entrepreneur, so, but it comes with it. But overall, I'm in a good mental space, I'm blessed, I can't complain.
That's good.
I don't think an 8 is bad.
No, I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
So, that's good. How old are you?
I'm 24.
24? Okay.
Yeah, I'm 24.
I just turned 25.
Ooh, I just turned 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you started 24?
March. Yeah, back in March. Yeah.
August.
September.
So,
Yeah, Pisces gang.
uh-oh. Leo.
So where are you from and like where do you live now?
Yeah, so I reside in Houston, Texas, born and raised,
What
grew up
side of
there.
Houston?
Pearland, yeah, Pearland.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Pearland is a very interesting place, it's one of the top suburbs in Houston.
I like Pearland.
One of the top suburban communities in the country, honestly.
Mm.
I know it was ranked number 3 in the U.S. of neighborhoods, areas in the country, so it's cool. Pearland has a very vibrant music scene. Growing up, we was immersed in that SoundCloud era.
Mm.
Where we had people like XXX, Trippie Redd, of course Travis Scott. We listened to all those guys growing up, and we listened to them before they became big. And so there was this massive underground culture. You know what I'm saying? Megan Thee Stallion even at one point had lived in Pearland.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She went to Pearland High School, if I'm not mistaken. So Pearland is a hidden gem, and we don't have too many professionals come out of Pearland, but there's tons of dope artists that come out of Pearland. So
Okay.
yeah,
So you're
Pearland.
proud to be from Pearland.
Yeah, I'm a proud Pearland.
I like Pearland. When I was like looking at places I would want to build a house and actually live, because I don't want to like build a house in Houston.
Yeah.
I would prefer to build it. Pearland was on my list.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to. I'm proud to be from Pearland, but I don't like living there like that.
You grew out of it.
Yeah, I grew out of it.
Yeah.
Pearland is for like old people, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I like
with
settling.
like settling down,
Yeah.
they got a family, the kids going to school out there,
Exactly.
and they grow up and they go to college, and yeah.
Yep.
But there ain't nothing to do in Pearland. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You
You got to
understand.
go in the city, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But it's nice to live. Like, you don't want to just be out into Houston for real.
I do, yeah. Like if I
You
could
would?
get a place in you know what I'm saying, Houston, I would. I prefer like in this point in my life to get like a loft or something.
Yeah.
know
Like
what I
as
mean?
like
No.
are you like a single man or do you have kids?
No, I don't
Or
have kids.
girlfriend?
I'm very much single. Yes,
Okay, so yeah, that would work for like
Yeah.
something like
for
that.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to live in Pearland anytime soon.
So if you
Yeah,
had a
Pearland.
family, would you be okay with raising a family in
In
Pearland?
Pearland. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about it. I really do. The only downside of Pearland, I would say, is like, it is predominantly white. You know what I mean? And then that integrated into like the school system, there are some prejudices. I faced a lot of challenges growing up, going to school. You know what I mean? I was bouncing around from school to school up into like seventh grade, I think. 6th grade. Yeah, 6th grade. I've been bouncing around school to school. So that's the only downside, I would say. It's not a bad place in Houston to raise somebody, like they have good education.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the quality of how do I say this? the quality of just your interactions, with people, your teachers, is the dynamics are different, So
Did you ever want to go to school out here in Port Arthur?
yeah, but I didn't realize. For me, I didn't realize that until I went to college.
Mm.
I lived with my mom most of my life. My parents were separated. They were together up until I think I was like 3, and then they divorced. Mom moved to Pearland. My dad still resided in Port Arthur, so I would come down and visit him. I of course wanted to stay with my mom because my mom, she's a pharmacist, so I got more toys growing up.
Yeah.
Just got a chance to do more opportunities, and I wanted to stay. But once I came older, I realized, like, damn, like, there's a lot I really missed out on, not living with my pops.
Right.
And
Like
just, yeah. So,
Like what?
just life lessons, and I was blessed because during COVID, I lived with him.
Mm.
So I got a chance to have a moment where I lived with him for about a year. And it was just it was different in a good way. And there was a lot of things I learned, like, because, my pops, he's old fashioned. Like, he works on cars, you know what I mean? We had a water heater that went out. Mm-hmm. And so I was helping him install a new water heater, like just handyman shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't get it. Like, my mama just hired somebody to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So.
You didn't have a stepdad?
Yeah.
I did. So my mom, she got remarried when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. So that's relatively recent. I think 8 years ago, 5 years ago, or something like that.
Was he around when the divorce happened? Like,
No, like, I met him when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had just got married when I was in high school. So they know each other for about like maybe 2-3 years.
Oh, okay.
So when they got married, it was cool.
Just jump right into it.
Yeah.
It don't take long to know if you want to marry somebody.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah, that's my mom said, especially when you old, you know what I mean?
Did they know each other? Like, that's your stepdad. How do you say, okay, that's my stepdad without just being that, oh, that's my mom's husband?
Yeah,
how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, just to be transparent, it was an adjustment. For me, they're mature. They both been in marriages, so they kind of know what that dynamic is like. And they met each other, and they had good chemistry, and they know each other for about I think 2-3 years, and then they decided to get married. And it was an adjustment. But since then I've opened up a lot to him. So very thankful to have him in my life.
Okay, so have you been to college?
Yeah, I attended Texas Southern University. I majored in entertainment and recording industry management, it's a music business program, the only bachelor's music business program in the state of Texas. It was started by Matthew Knowles and entertainment attorney Jordan Williams. They came together and created, an entertainment music business program. So very proud to be from that program. I was one of the top students in that program while I was there. You know what I'm saying? I was active on campus, in organizations, outside of organizations too. I was a Grammy U ambassador for Texas Southern. Hold on.
Bless you.
Thank you. So yeah, I was a Grammy U ambassador for TSU. Went on, had some internships. Started off with local unpaid internships in Houston, and then worked my way up and had an internship at Universal and AEG Presents in Golden Voice in Los Angeles. So I was living in Los Angeles 2 summers in a row. So it was a very wonderful experience for both times. Yeah, and since then, I've been blessed to, provide opportunities for that program. Telling more people in the industry about the program, bringing more awareness to the program. Because while I was there when I was a freshman, yeah, we really didn't have too many opportunities, and there weren't a lot of heavy industry leaders who were familiar with that program. You know what I'm saying? The industry is very familiar with HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities, but we're the only HBCU with the music business program. So it's like, why aren't there enough students coming out of that program getting these opportunities, in entertainment and music? So I was glad to be a bridge and bring awareness to that program. So, yeah.
How did you find out about it?
Funny story. So I originally wanted to go to USC. In high school, I had very average grades. I took the standardized test, not like STAR or nothing, but I think it was called the ACT. I took the ACT. Didn't do too well on it. You know what I mean? So I couldn't go to USC, the school I wanted to go to. And then the out-of-state fees were just ridiculous at some of these other schools. So I really, my mom said she had knew somebody who was in the program, and I had looked into it, and that's how I found out about it, is through a reference from my mom. Looked into it, and, my original plan was to just stay there for 2 years and then transfer to another school, another program once I had the grades. But I ended up enjoying my experience all the way through and decided to stay.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 2023.
Okay.
2023, yeah. So that's about 2 years ago? Yeah.
Okay.
Do you plan on going back for anything else right now?
That's a good question. So, I have pondered the concept of going to get my master's. So that's currently in the works. I'm looking into that. I would really prefer to go to a school other than my HBCU, preferably a predominantly white institution. It's probably that has a good music business program, that can provide opportunities and, good networking experiences. So I'm looking into that right now, actually.
Okay. So we hear your grandpa is James Gamble.
Not my grandpa, my uncle.
Your uncle.
My uncle, yes.
Okay, so what kind of relationship do you have with your uncle?
Yeah, man, my Uncle James, amazing guy, you know what I mean? And I had been knowing him my whole life. So my grandmother's sister is married to Uncle James. So growing up, anytime, I come to Port Arthur, we would go and visit them. Sometimes they would have Thanksgiving at their house. We'll see him at all the family reunions and gatherings, growing up. And we used to have Thanksgiving at our house when I grew up in Pearland. So all the family would come and see us, you know what I mean? Great memories, you know what I mean? I just spoke to him the other day, checked in with him, I didn't realize he was like a legend in terms of basketball and all of his accomplishments until I was much older.
Oh, okay.
But I would always go to his house and he had a wall, just plaques, trophies, plaques. Yeah. And I just always would see it, and I don't know, it was just there.
You never
So
asked
you as a
questions?
kid?
I never, no, it was just there, you know?
It was just the room decor.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't know if he had won those when he was in college. I didn't know. And, I didn't realize that until I started talking to other people in Port Arthur who wasn't family. Because the family, it's just that's Uncle James. You know what I mean? We go fishing with Uncle James. There's a couple times I outfished him, but we ain't going to talk about that.
So he wasn't good at everything.
Yeah. And Aunt Margaret used to cook for us. You know what I mean? We was really close,
So did he ever push you towards basketball, or can you remember a time where he tried to sway you towards basketball?
No. I mean, not that I know of, because I was always in football. Growing up, I probably played YMCA basketball, but that was when I was little. Yeah, before I started playing football. But once I got into football, that was my avenue. But I don't know if he had talks when I was younger with my mom, encouraged her to put me in
basketball.
you know what I mean? And my pops, he was actually a basketball coach for, I think, a little bit for one of these middle schools out here. And they had went to they had won I think 3 championships in middle school when he was coaching them. So that was like really cool. So yeah.
So did you ever spend summers in Port Arthur?
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah, just a couple times. You know, I stayed with my pops, you know, in the summer. You know, I would normally come down like every other week or something, whatever the schedule was.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as I got older, you know, I had football, you know, high school academics, so I didn't come down as much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I got into college, I lived with him for a little bit, for about a year during COVID.
Do you know a lot of people around this area?
Outside of family, not really.
Oh.
Family and family friends, you
Mhm.
know. Not really. I was lonely as fuck when I was living out here, honestly.
I was just about to say, so coming from like Pearland, where you have all your friends and stuff like that, to like a small city like Port Arthur, what did you do for fun, or how did you entertain yourself?
Man, I ain't have nothing to do. I ain't have nothing to do. I was living with my dad, and any little chores that he would have around the house or whatever, I was helping him. You know, cutting grass, cutting that big ass lawn, I was helping him. You know what I'm saying? We go fishing. Like, fishing was fun, not gonna lie. Fishing was fun. But I really had a lot of time, and when everything was shut down during COVID, that's when I really had started getting into running. Like, I'd go to Seawall and run that mile.
Okay.
I'd walk down and run back. And I had lost, like, mad weight doing that. I was very consistent because there wasn't shit else to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, it was a very interesting period of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so to end the conversation about your past, Butler, please.
Cheers. It's not bad. It's cognac.
Nyack.
Nyack.
Is it in this bottle? No, it's not in this bottle, but it's cinnamon.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like Fireball.
It do.
I actually
But
like
it's
it a little
smoother.
more.
It's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely way better than Fireball. Super
Yeah.
smooth, super sweet. Y'all fuck with that Nyack.
I drink this instead of Fireball.
Period.
Yeah,
All right,
I fuck with it. Yeah, what's
Make
up,
sure
man?
y'all go get that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tap in with me, man.
'Cause,
Man or
yeah.
lady, not sure.
Okay, so let's talk about what's on your head.
Yeah, counterculture management. So after I graduated Texas Southern, you know, through my experiences working in entertainment, I founded Counterculture Management. We are an artist management company that specializes in event production and strategic partnerships, and using those avenues to build bridges to provide opportunities for creatives, artists, professionals.
So when you say that, you mean like, okay, so if they have somebody who's like, oh, I want to be a singer, but I just don't know where to start, would they come to Counterculture and say like, hey, I want to be a singer, what's the next steps?
Right. So that we've had that happen before. We want to pull and draw the community in through our events. So we usually hold a monthly open mic night mixer where we have people that come and network and they get a chance to see the talent touch the stage, and collaborate, you know. And we've had, you know, several case studies where we've had artists from our open mics get together and collaborate, because that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Like, if that same artist that you were talking about were to come in the picture, they need a team.
Right.
You know what I mean? They need a photographer. They need a videographer. Maybe need someone to help them write songs so they can get their penmanship better.
Right.
And it's about building that bridge in those spaces.
So do you have like a criteria for people? Like if let's say anybody in the audience watching wanted to try their luck, is there a way that they could get turned down?
By me?
I mean, by your team.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, so right now we're not managing anyone officially. We're strictly focusing on producing events to help impact the community and
so
connect.
everyone is welcome.
Yeah, everyone is welcome, you know, to perform at our events. You know, they can, once we announce it, we have a form that people can fill out to perform. We just allow one song per performance, just to kind of, because it's a room of individuals to see the type of talent.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then we'll have a couple of headliners that are selected. But in order to be a headliner, we have kind of like a pipeline process. So you come in, you pay the fee to perform, and then the next stage would be VIP, where if you leave a good impression on the room, you know what I mean, you get good audience engagement and standing ovation, something of that nature, good feedback, then, now we're kind of scouting for you to be a VIP. And then you come back and you continue to do the same thing at the VIP level, you can have the opportunity to come back as a headliner. And you get a chance to perform 2 or 3 songs, you know what I mean?
So you kind of like crawl in before you walk in without just like throwing you out there. You just kind of helping, like you say, build a bridge.
Yeah, through consistency, we look at, we know who comes to the events, you know what I mean? So if, you come to the event and, you spend the money or whatever, and then we don't see you for like, a while, a couple months, and then you come back in, it's of course you're not gonna get to that VIP level sooner. You know what I mean? We want to coach you up to be a headliner.
Right.
Because some people just like, hey, I got this money, I want to be a headliner.
Like, no.
But it doesn't work like that. And that's transferable into the music industry.
Right.
We look for people who are hungry, consistent. And talented.
Right.
You know what I mean? Talent is very big, because in this business, you have a lot of people who think they're talented, who aren't really talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So how do you feel about the music today?
I have a lot of feelings about the music. I honestly, I'm just not as into it. Honestly, like I know independent artists who make better music than some of these big artists out here.
Right.
And I see people that come to my open mics and they're phenomenal. And I would rather see some of those people perform than see whatever person perform in that type of setting. You know what I mean?
Right. Versus going, I'd rather come watch y'all because y'all really good with it.
Yeah.
Versus paying for a $600 ticket at some bull.
You know what I mean? Now,
Not
don't
just
get me
bull,
wrong. There's
not
still
just
some.
bull, but like,
Yeah.
so what's your go-to genre?
My go-to genre, I listen to everything.
But if you got like a 6-hour drive, what you go put on first?
That's tough. That is tough. Because I listen to everything. I listen to hip-hop, rap, I listen to R&B, I listen to a little bit of country, I listen to EDM. I grew up in Pearland, so, I really came up on pop music. I didn't start coming in the fold with hip-hop and rap until I was in, like, middle school, junior high. You know what I mean? But up until that point, pop was, like, what was it in Pearland. You know what I mean? So I listen to pop music. I listen to a little bit of rock and roll. I listen to throwback shit, James Brown, funk. You know what I mean? Jazz. I love jazz.
Can't put you in a box.
Yes. I listen to everything.
So, at like your mixers, is it like seated mixers, like a stage and then seating? Does the audience come and pay to get in? Like where do you usually do it?
Yeah, so right now we're in the process of exploring other venues. But historically, we've held them at this venue called the Art Room. The Art Room was very amazing. It had a stage. It was a very small, intimate room that had seating. And if you didn't get a seat, you just got to stand around and watch. But there was an area for that. So it was a very homey, intimate space. So that's where we held it. It was really dope. But right now we're expanding. We're looking at other options.
Okay. So the Deal With It girls could come.
Huh?
So the Deal With It girls could come.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, y'all can pop out for sure.
Just trying to
Yeah.
see.
You know what I mean? If y'all want to interview some of the artists too, y'all could do that too.
Lock in with
Yeah,
us.
I'm down
We'll definitely be happy to pull up.
for sure. You know, and it's not just artists. You know, it's professionals.
Right.
Man, who's somebody big? This came to my open mics. Can't think of it right now, but we have all types of local people in Houston who are really moving and shaking. Come to our open mics, so you never know who you can meet there.
Okay.
So do you make content also?
I don't, and I really feel like I should start. You know what I mean? That's the thing I'm learning is like, you know, counterculture is my brand, but in order to really see some success in my brand, I have to put myself out there more.
Right.
You know, I've, you know, historically considered myself, you know, more on the introverted side. I am extroverted once I'm comfortable with the people I'm around, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, mostly reserved and introverted. But I'm realizing that, you know, things could go a whole bigger way if I just start creating content around myself and what I do,
Right.
you know, but it's a hustle.
It
It is a hustle. Like,
But you know,
niggas be-
everything is content though. Like if you just wake up, put your camera up, and just say like, "Hey, this is what I'm doing today," da 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 da, and tell people exactly like, "Oh, I host a mixer, and I'm looking for new artists and things like that." Keep posting, and it's gonna pop.
for sure. I'm already knowing. Like,
Get
niggas
ready
be...
with you. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas be setting the phone down,
And
putting
just
their shit
talking.
on, getting ready, and I'm like, yeah, that's just not me, really. But
But
I
the same
do.
way you expect your artists to have consistency, you gotta do the same thing. So you know,
Yeah, we're gonna get there for sure. But it's something I'm definitely starting to see the value in.
gotta break
You know,
your
branding
shell.
myself as a person
Yeah.
versus my business.
So how did your business like get started? Did you have this plan, like something that you thought about for years, or was it just a grand idea you just woke up with and was like, I'm gonna put this into play?
Good question. So, when I was in high school, I wanted to start a record label. I wanted to start a record label when I was in high school. I remember there was an assignment I had to do where I had to like write a paper on my future or some shit. And, you know, I put in that paper like I wanted to own a record label. I wanted to be a record label executive, you know what I mean? So that was always my avenue. And just so happened 4 years after I graduated, you know, I founded Counterculture, which is a management company. The reason why I didn't want to start a label is because, you know, the music industry is in a place right now where labels aren't as prominent and the business is a little bit different than what it used to be.
Right.
You know, with the streaming situation and whatnot.
Artists really branding themselves.
Artists branding themselves. Like, back during the day, you can create a record label and, you know, invest in an artist. And if they create a hit record or they selling a lot of records, you know, they're selling records. A record costs like, I don't know, $10 to $12 back in the day. So you selling millions of those. That's 10 M's. That's 12 M's. Now, you know, obviously when you, back during that time, the record label would get the bulk of that money. So that's why they were profitable and they were much more successful as a business. But now there's too many barriers when investing in artists. There's a lot of miseducation when it comes to expectations for artists to be successful in this business. So many barriers, so many obstacles in the way from preventing people from being successful, which is why, you know, I founded Counterculture to build that bridge
Right.
to be successful in the industry.
And it's different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially at your age, too.
Yeah, and I think that go like hand in hand with a lot of stuff because the way the internet is building up, you know, back then we didn't have like YouTube. Artists just make, like they can go and make a, what you call it, like a musically clip and just say, hey, this is my music video to this and profit all their own money. So it's like, why would I go sign to a label and give them all my money when I'm doing this in my bathroom for free? Just money spread.
They had YouTube, though.
Huh?
They had YouTube.
They had YouTube starting from what?
Like early
2000,
2000.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like prior to that, it was just like, oh, such and such just dropped a CD. Like, oh, I'm in line to get that CD. If you don't get that CD,
Yeah.
you're not gonna hear that music.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And people don't like. I know I don't buy music.
Well, they did have music videos,
Yeah.
but the only time it like debuted was like on MTV
Yeah.
106
and
and
stuff
Park.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like once YouTube came in the fold, it changed everything.
Yeah.
The internet changed everything.
Yeah.
Even with like Apple Music, like I'ma download a song. I know they count their streams though, so streams count. But
Yeah.
like purchase an album, like, I'm not gonna purchase the album if
Yeah.
I'm just go stream it.
Yeah.
Right. So the business is definitely changed, and we're trying to change it. We're trying to change with it. You know.
Evolving. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Ooh, butler, please.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
To black-owned
Thank
businesses,
you, cause it's strong.
black excellence.
So how did you come up with the name Counterculture?
Well, originally, like I said before, I wanted to start a label. The label concept that I had, I wanted to call it Black Lotus, right? Because back during high school, I just never heard like too many brands, artists, companies having that Lotus component. You know what I mean? And I would always play video games, so it's like, you know, if you're familiar with Mortal Kombat and the White Lotus, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to come up with some new shit. I wanted to be like the Black Lotus. You know what I mean? But it was kind of like a similar concept. Like, I wanted to be a representation of a group. And so, you know, as I began to evolve and, you know, I went to college and, you know, I learned about, you know, our experience, you know, as African Americans. You know, that was the term that you begin to hear a lot more. The culture, the culture, the culture. You know, and people have their own opinions about it, but, you know, I do feel like there's certain aspects of the culture that aren't a direct representation of what it means to be black. You know what I mean? People can take it how they want it. There's certain aspects of hip-hop culture in particular that I don't feel is a representation of what it means to be black. That's just kind of certain stuff that's been pushed on us,
Stereotyped.
you know? And that's just one faction of what it means to be black. But, you know, with media and how record labels fund and push that kind of narrative about us, that is what's been perceived as what black culture is. But black culture is so much more than that.
Right.
You know, I wanted to come up with a brand name to kind of be against that. You know, and that's kind of where it came from, counterculture.
Right.
It can mean so many different things besides that. You know, like, we're against like negative corporate culture, right? You know, I'm from TSU. There were some people, you know, who I went to school with. You know, they were very talented, very creative, but they never got the opportunity to be in these spaces and make a difference and really showcase themselves. And, you know, once I begin to, you know, go up the ladder in my professional career, I'm meeting people who are just like knuckleheads, just in plugged in, you know, put on, but they don't see the value in being in those spaces.
Right.
But it's like there's people who I feel get left behind, who need to be in them spaces because they're creative. They can change the whole shit. You know what I mean? But it's like I said, those barriers. You know what I mean? And so I'm against all that.
Right.
Counterculture.
They go to counterpart.
Yeah.
Got you. That's cool. That's cool.
Shout out to you.
Appreciate it.
Keep
Yeah.
going. Keep climbing that ladder.
For sure. Yeah.
24.
So what is like your end goal with counterculture? Like, where do you see this? I'm not gonna say ending, but you know, when it gets to this point, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I made it.
Yeah. I envision counterculture being a very transformative brand in the music space. You know, I envision counterculture being part of the next generation of slept on talent that emerge in the music scene. You know what I mean? And then rapidly expanding, you know, into those areas, strategic partnerships, event coordination. Like we want to have events in almost every major city, just so we can, you know, because I'm from Houston, but there's other markets that face those barriers that aren't able to get that type of access and opportunity
Right.
to be successful in the music business.
Break those barriers.
You know what I mean? Like people have a very false perception of how to be successful in the music industry and what the business actually is. Some people think, you know, being an artist is just putting out a song and the streaming numbers just gonna go up automatically. And then eventually you'll get signed to a label and they'll cut you a check and then you could spend it on, you know, a house and chains and a foreign expensive car. But that's not how it works. You see it, but that's not how it really works. You got to have your business affairs in order.
Right. So you think with like any of your artists that do come to the mixers that are new and beginning, do you educate them and guide them on if an opportunity do come to you or present itself to you, how to actually handle that without mishandling it, if that makes sense?
If they're open to receiving the knowledge,
Yeah.
and we can have those conversations. But, you know, there are some people that come in the picture and I don't have that kind of interaction with them because they're not open-minded. You know, you have to be eager to learn. You know, you have to be a student at the end of the day. And some people feel like, you know, and it's not to say that this doesn't happen, but it rarely happens when you just drop a music video on YouTube and it just go crazy.
Right.
Or you drop a song and you don't put no promo or marketing behind it and it just goes viral and blows up. That rarely happens.
Right. And then you see like a while along the line, you find out like, oh, this person is connected to this person. Like, oh, that person related. Like,
Right.
These are people you look at like, oh, she dropped a song.
And it would appear to be viral, but it's
just
really people behind the scenes
it's people-
pulling strings. That's
helping
really
you get to where you trying to go. But right. So
Right.
that's what y'all doing is like breaking the barrier, helping people that are actually like eager. That's why you said consistency.
right.
Eager, they want to come. They don't know who gonna be at the next mixer, but they ready to perform every single time
Right.
to get where they trying to go.
Right. And that's only gonna make you better. You know what I mean? Like just going to an open mic and keep showing up and experimenting. That's the perfect place to experiment in your performances. How can I make my performance as entertaining as possible? Okay, what does the audience like and what do they not like? And you can do that from real-time practice on being on stage, but also observing what other people are doing.
To perfect yourself. Just like some people they blow up and then now they performing, they rolling loud. And it's like everybody talking about them because it's like, oh, you look a mess. Like, oh, this don't look right. Like, this look
Yeah.
dry put together.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
you
some
never
niggas that
practice,
come
you
to an
never-
open
Yeah,
mic,
you don't
they
have-
perform better than some of the niggas who touch Rolling Loud
Right, 'cause
in
it's
these big
like
stages.
They didn't climb the ladder for real.
Exactly. They skip
Put on-
steps.
Yeah, put on. Yeah.
It's beauty in
The journey.
the journey. Yeah.
There's a lot of value and beauty in the journey.
yeah.
And I think and there's some successful people who might feel the same way who have gone through that journey. You know, they'll say that it's worth every minute of it.
Right.
Because you learn things. You learn things about yourself. You learn things about the business. You learn things about your career. That way, when you're able to come to the table and close the deal that'll change your life, you know what to expect. You know what you need. You know what you have to do. But there's some people who don't know any of that. And they come in and now they're reliant on people in those spaces to tell them what to do. And, you know, that might not always be what's best for them. That might not be what resonates with them the most in their craft. And there's just certain disparities that can authenticate that experience.
Yeah.
So
Is
that's
there,
what we're trying to do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
Is there an artist like that's a big artist now that you can genuinely say like, oh, I'm actually proud of them. Like I've seen them, watch their hustle, and I'm actually proud of them. Not saying somebody you met personally. It could be somebody you've never met or just something you observed.
Yeah. I will say. I say two people that come to mind. Drake and The Weeknd. And I know Drake has gotten a lot of fire recently, over all the drama and all that kind of stuff. But Drake is a generational act. He's very talented.
Right.
And The Weeknd, too. The Weeknd is my favorite artist of all time.
Yeah.
The Weeknd has came from a situation where, he was homeless and he had his past, and to see him go from that to where he is now, to performing at the Super Bowl, doing brand deals with Mercedes-Benz, going on world tours in multiple different countries and being an international artist, that's very amazing to see that growth.
Yeah.
And the rollouts for his album, it's not just like here nigga, here you go my fans, here's my next album, and then that just being it. Like, no, like people put very much intricate thought into the work and what they're saying and where to apply that in terms of marketing. It's brilliant. And Drake is a prime example as to, I think, what needs to be studied as to how to be a successful commercial artist. You know what I mean? Like, some people view him dipping into other genres as kind of like being a culture vulture, right?
I remember when they were saying that.
But to some people like myself who are much more business minded, he just understands how big his brand is and how to merge that into other genres and his impact.
Yeah. The goal is to maximize your talent.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Drake will drop 2 albums in 1 year, and one album will be tailored to pop, like, hey, this for y'all.
Yeah.
And then another album is like, hey, this for y'all. So
And that's why he has so much fans.
Right, you
Versatile.
You could fill up a
He's
arena.
versatile.
Yeah.
He's tapping into other audiences and markets through his collaborations in other genres.
Yeah.
That was demonstrated well before his time. And I feel like he's the first artist to really hone in on that and take it to the next level and go all the way. I don't think it's like he's being a culture vulture. He just really understands how to strategically make music to increase his audience. That's marketing.
Right.
That's branding.
I feel like it's because he played in Degrassi, and I feel like it just went from there.
Yeah.
Like that was the first stereotype right there.
Right, yeah. I know Drake comes from a much more, affluent family than some of the other people. And I feel like that's also where he gets, a little bit of backlash. But not all people in this business who are black come from underserved communities.
Right.
There's people like myself who come from suburban middle class communities. You know what I mean? And we want to help other people. We want to help other people. We want to make an impact. We want to provide opportunities.
Yeah.
And that's what he's been doing. That's what artists like The Weeknd have been doing.
And it's just like we were saying, maximizing your potential. He may have started off singing or rapping about what he liked, and then eventually tailoring to a different audience. And I mean, at the end of the day, he's still gonna get the streams. So it don't matter if he lived the life or not.
Right.
The goal is to get the streams.
Absolutely. And when you can do that as an artist, that makes you so much powerful.
Yeah.
Because now you're making music strategically. You know, some people just make music and they give it to the marketing and the promotion team. Like, here, come up with something and do something with it, and they'll do their job, and that's how it'll be maximized in success. But if you can take that perspective in as an artist, like, damn, I need a radio hit. I need a song that can get played on the radio just so that can be a hit radio record and I can make money and generate money off of royalties and make tons and tons of income off of it. You know, like, there's artists not doing that. They just like, oh, I'm gonna just make music, whatever I'm feeling, and hope it's radio. You know, but if you can go in with the intention on what you want the record of that, the goal of that record to be, that's a game changer. That's a whole nother level that a lot of artists don't make it to. But the ones that do are trying to, it'll change your life.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about cancel culture? Like, an artist, you know, building up so much, and easily one mistake or something to be canceled. Because I feel like it's only one artist I've ever seen that built up a lot, got canceled, and then came back from being canceled.
And who's that?
Chris Brown.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
But he's very talented.
Yeah. Very talented.
If he was like
mediocre,
not that
average.
Talented.
But they shut him down a lot, though. They
do.
him down.
They did.
But it doesn't matter because he's talented.
Right.
Yeah.
And now he's like sold out tour.
Yeah.
Still, it really never changed.
Yeah, it never changed, but it did do a impact on his career for sure.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about cancel culture. You know, there's some people who everyone adores, everyone admires, and they do shit that's out of pocket, and it's like, oh, it goes unheard of. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it don't really matter. Like, there's some people who say some ridiculous ass shit in a song, and it's like, whoa, I can't believe you said that. And then somebody else will say something, and it's not on the scale of that other person, but it is kind of like, you know, negative, and they'll receive more backlash than that other person. Yeah, it's a little biased, you know, and that just goes into the politics of it. You know, like I said, that one person might be, you know, admired and adored, and they just have tons of good relationships, but that other person might not be facing backlash because of what they said. It's just because there's a lot of people behind the scenes who don't like them.
So do you think artists should make sure they try to please fans and become likable? Or do you think that they should be their true, authentic self? Because, I mean, I feel like it's kind of hard to juggle both, because it's like, if I'm going to be my authentic self, I should be able to say my opinions. But I don't want to get canceled either, so should I just keep face and please everybody?
Yeah,
like, if you gave advice to an artist.
That's a good question. My advice is to have a balance of both. You know, there's a time and place for everything. If your authenticity comes at the cost of you being a terrible person, you know, that's one thing. You know what I mean? In other instances, you know, you can be too conservative, but when it's time for you to speak out against things that really matter, you know, in terms of your reach, your brand, your influence, you know, I do think there is certain things that you should speak out against. Right. You know, but it has to be a balance. It has to be a perfect balance. And I'll leave whoever thinks about that or has that question, you know, to you to determine. But it has to be a balance of both. I don't think it's this side and more than the other. It has to be a perfect balance.
But it's a such thing as imperfect too, because a lot of people,
you can be imperfect.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I know an artist right now who's imperfect. You know, and I ain't gonna say who it is, but but that person is thriving. That person is really thriving. But if you look at the things that they've said and the things they do and the things they put out, it's like, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, it depends. You know,
Do you let the media sway your opinion on people, or do you do your own personal digging? Like, oh, I'm gonna go watch their interviews and things that they said before. I'm gonna go look at their Facebook from 10 years ago. Like,
I mean, I think there has to be a balance there too. You know, there's instances where the media will run a certain narrative about a person, but like I was saying before, those might be the most genuine, good-hearted people that you could come across if you met.
right.
But they just have people that don't like them, and so they get picked on and bullied by the media. Um, and then there's other people, like I said, who are far more worse than that person, but they don't say shit about what they got going on, and they do all kind of crazy shit, say
Till
kind of crazy
everybody
shit.
jump on a bandwagon. Now it's like, oh yeah, I hate them too.
You know what I mean? We've seen too many cases of that. So I try not to let the media determine my perspective on certain people. I try to, you know, based off of research and my personal experience with that person, I let that be the determining factor whether or not how to necessarily judge that person, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because the media have a lot of things. Like, AI is going crazy right now. You'll really believe that could possibly be them, and it's not really them. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
They
what
got a
y'all
lot
think
of
about? Have y'all seen that AI person on that girl on TikTok who got signed?
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I did see that.
What's crazy is I seen somebody say, like, they said her name and they was like, oh, her album is so nice. So I downloaded the album because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna listen to the album later.
Yeah.
I haven't got to it or nothing.
Uh-huh.
Then the next day I see on TikTok like, oh, this AI artist got signed. Da da da. I was like, I know this ain't who album I just downloaded.
Yeah. You heard the album?
No, I didn't listen to it.
No.
Have you?
No.
I haven't either.
No,
But I
haven't.
just seen, like, the videos with the
Talking
clips.
about it,
And,
yeah.
yeah.
Now, I would like to touch on that too. So, like, one thing I want people to realize is the reason why you're hearing so much about people supporting AI artists is because they can produce decent music. They can produce decent music. But more importantly, they're easier to work with.
I believe so.
Because they're AI. They're not real.
Yeah. If
They're
they
Control
easier.
everything they do, they say.
Yeah.
They're easier to work with. So
Yeah.
you can put together the method of how to create a hit record with the AI and not have to go through the mental hassle of dealing with the artist, the showing up late, the all of the negatives that comes with working with artists. You don't have to deal with it. And people are getting really fed up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, one term that I hear when I hear about labels working with artists and managing artists is I hear the term babysitting. Like, nah, I don't work with artists because I ain't trying to babysit.
Yeah.
Babysitting. That is the term that's used right now when referring to working with artists, because it kind of is like babysitting. It's like you're working with a child. Like, oh no, I want to do it this way. I want it my way. You know what I mean? It be
No, but
like
I
that.
mean, because it's you doing this stuff.
It's
Like, you
hard.
putting the work in. You have to show up. You have to do it. So,
You
it's
gotta-
biased.
you have to-
Like,
you-
it's
you-
just...
It's like
It's
You have to
it's
put it-
definitely harder to work with
Yeah.
because, you know,
Yeah.
of course, if I'm finna sing the song, I want to sing it how I want to sing it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to tell me how to sing it.
Yeah.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's like, okay, now the AI people are coming in and they just go do it.
Yeah,
whatever they get
whatever-
programmed to
Yeah,
do.
like-
Control.
And take the
I feel like control is going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's no self-control for real.
Yeah.
No self-control, and also they want to control you. Like,
Well-
whatever
Well,
they can do, they will do it to control you or to put you in a box.
Well, you know, that is another term that I've heard is, you know, oh, the labels want to sign AI artists because they're easier to control. I think there can be, I don't think it's necessarily all negative. I think it can be a balance of good and bad. Because if you're working with, and this is just from a business standpoint, if you're working with an artist, and they're very difficult to work with, and you're investing a shit ton of money into them, you know, six figures all the way $1 million+ into them, and they're very difficult to work with. You know, they want to do things their way, but they're not thinking of everyone involved. Their team, the label, their investors, whatever it is. You have to take all things into consideration, you know, cuz at the end of the day, you might have to make a decision that like you know what I mean, I don't necessarily want to go that route, but if you know that that's going to help your team, sometimes you got to make those decisions.
Sacrifices.
Yes.
I mean, but if you really want to do it too, then you should be able to do it as human.
You should.
You should. You should.
You should.
And as a business standpoint, you should pick better.
That's
So
true.
it's like it's still with AI. You still would have to at least have a good AI person too. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's how I think of it. Like,
and that's what I also want to say is, you know, it also depends on how you come into the deal, because if you get signed, let's say, you know, you have like, I don't know, 50K followers, and you get signed to a label, they're not going to give you a good deal. You know, and they're going to want collateral. They're going to want creative control. They're going to want to own your likeness and your image and your branding. They want to have full control over that, because they really shouldn't do a deal with you. But if you do so happen to get in a deal like that, you know, they're not going to offer you as much money, but they're going to want all the things that's going to really have control over the rest of your career, because the model now is they're only signing people and doing big deals with people who have the followers, the numbers, the audience already built.
yeah.
Because that minimizes the risk of investment.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I put $1 million into this one artist who already has his audience, my success rate of making my money back is much higher than if I invested it in an artist with 50K followers.
Yeah.
So to avoid going through or to reduce all of that, you need to go into a deal with a label, a music company, once you have something they want, analytics, numbers, followers, and audience built.
Yeah.
And if you're not at that point, that's what you should be working on, your priority.
So I know you said that you like how The Weeknd rolls out his albums and stuff like that. So how do you feel about the way Cardi B has rolled out her album and just everything circulating her life, her and Offset, her and Stephon? Like, what are your opinions on that?
I mean, I really, to be honest, I really don't know much about Cardi B. I mean, I know, like, you know, she had a song, Bodak Yellow. It was crazy. I don't know, like, I don't even remember her last album. I'm just not too in tune with Cardi B. So I really can't speak on that.
So that one.
But do you like her marketing right now? Like, do you like
haven't
it?
really seen it.
I'll tell you someone whose marketing I really admire. Megan Thee Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
Megan Thee Stallion has her own tequila brand now.
Swimsuit
line. She did a deal with Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Amazon.
I didn't even know that.
Nike.
I think she did something with McDonald's too, right? Did she do something
Yeah.
with McDonald's?
Popeyes.
McDonald's, Popeyes, like
Nike too.
Nike. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Brand deals.
Yeah.
That's somebody I think in the female rap space, or rap space in general, that has really been doing good on their marketing and their branding.
5 years from now, what do you hope changes about the black music industry?
Ooh. I want to see much more representation. You know, black people have created so many genres. We created R&B. We created hip hop. We created rock and roll,
Country,
funk,
blues.
country, blues.
Jazz.
Jazz had major influence by black musicians. So there would be a shit music industry without black people, but yet we don't see that same representation on the business side. You know, our business affairs, you know, get managed by a lot of white people. And we get strategically kept out of those spaces. And that's what's really fucking us up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The quality of music would improve alone if we had more black decision makers at the table. And like I said, I've coming up in this industry, I've known so many brilliant black minds who had the capabilities to perform at a high level. They just never got the opportunity.
So being that you wanted to be a, what's the word? What did you want to be at first? It was a
Record label owner,
record
black
label owner.
black executive.
How do you feel about P selling QCMEO? Is that the name of the brand? QCMEO?
Yeah, QC.
Do you feel like he left his artists hanging, or do you think he made the best decision for himself?
It depends how you want to look at it, you know. Going, and this is just aside from music, like just starting a business. Some people start a business with the intention of selling it, and some people want to hold on to that business and grow it and scale it and own it forever so that they can keep making money off of it and this, that, and the other. Whatever the reasons are. I think both are valid.
Yeah, both are valid. I guess so. It all depends on what he went into it with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
inside. Yeah.
You know, if you want to grow a company and sell it off at a certain point and you get like, you know, triple-digit $1 million for it, hey, that's cool. You could take that money, start another business.
Right.
You know, or get, you know, some real estate, put some of that money towards stocks, you know, invest, whatever you want to do, that's just going to triple your wealth.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's what this is really about. It's really about building wealth. How do we build wealth through the creative and music industries? You know what I mean? That's what it's really about. So I don't see him taking an L for that. I think that if you do sign to a indie label, that, you know, you should know that if they have that intention at some point of selling it, you know, I think that you should understand that, oh, if I go in a deal with this person and this person is going to own my masters or whatever the deal is, and they sell the company, I know that I'm going to be assigned to whoever has bought me out, bought my company out that I'm signed to. You know what I mean? But if not, hey, it is what it is. But I don't see him taking an L at all from doing that. I think it's beneficial depending on how you look at it. That was a great question, though.
All right, so now we're about to get into a game called This or That. Have you heard of it?
No.
All right, so the rules are you just pick your preference. Like, you choose this or that.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to write our answer on the whiteboard.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Then we go flip our whiteboards. Whoever have the...
Oh, y'all get whiteboards.
No,
Yeah,
you go get a
we all-
whiteboard.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
And,
We all getting.
yeah, we all get a whiteboard.
Yeah.
And then if two of us pick one thing and the other person picks something else, that person take a shot.
Yeah.
By themselves.
So you ready?
Hey, that sounds fun, yeah.
Oh. So I guess we'll let our guests pull the first one.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
I gotta say it after I pull it. All right, cool.
Are we timing? Or we just really just...
I think we just go.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. Ooh, this is good. Shit.
You gonna let us think too?
Yeah, let us know.
Tell us what it is.
Let us know.
Biggie or Tupac? All right.
I want to lock in my answer.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I hope
You
I don't
got
got to
it.
take no side.
She finna write down both.
On
Y'all
the count of
ready?
3.
You ready? All right.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3. Yeah. Oh! Yeah.
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 Aaron,
yeah.
for real?
I just
Yeah.
wrote some shit down. I'm not gonna lie because I don't know. I can't pick between them.
No.
No, but
But
I
you
know.
They both are amazing
I'm not
artists.
gonna lie.
Legendary artist.
Legendary.
For sure.
Personally,
I don't know.
If I had to, like, if I was thinking about it, like, if I go get in my car right now and I had to pay Tupac on Pandora or Biggie on Pandora, I'm gonna pick Tupac on Pandora.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah. Go ahead. Let me put it.
I'm looking at several things besides the music. Because
Yeah,
musically,
that's what I'm
musically
thinking
they're both legendary.
Yeah.
But Tupac's story
Right.
was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, just his life story alone is inspirational. It's very unique for someone coming up in the music space, and then also what he represented. You know, he's a descendant of a Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout
Rest
up to
in
that,
peace.
Aaron. Shout up to that.
Rest in peace, Asada Shakur.
Bro.
He started off being a part of a Digital Underground. One of the, I forgot the term that they used, but he wasn't a main artist in Digital Underground, and that's when he got exposed to that space. And he's always, been passionate about the arts, and all of that. So I just think his story, and then his influence too. Like, I think Tupac was the first rapper who made it really cool to have tattoos. And then looking at that up until now, like,
Nose piercing too.
and
Nose
those
piercing was cute.
and those piercing facts, like, influence.
It was cute.
Pac
Bald head.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I feel like,
was more influential,
Yeah.
for sure. That's what I'm basing this off of. So.
yeah.
Okay,
I feel
I
like
see.
Biggie, he was just laid back. I feel like I was thinking about Tupac in his raging. That's how I feel like I was thinking about, making this decision. But
I love his little raging era when it was when
But
he
it's
made that
piss.
nice
yeah,
little
but
He
I
was
didn't
pissed.
want. I felt like he was
You
way
know?
too talented to let street shit or all that really just get to him. Because I feel like he had an anger problem. Like he was really just
He had
flashing.
a lot of
And
stuff
it's
that
like,
pissed
why
him
you-
off.
Yeah. But I
It be like that
love the
sometimes.
growth
Yeah.
and everything. Like I like that. I liked his story because when he went to jail, that's when it really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it really.
Like, I seen the video on that the other day. Like, he felt betrayed.
Yeah.
He felt betrayed, and he felt like, he was set up. And, he's in a situation where, I'm sure that was probably the lowest he's ever been. You know what I mean? And there's people sitting back like, we got that nigga.
Yeah.
Like, we got that nigga off the board. Like, we
Yeah.
don't got to deal with him no more. Like, we did it. Like, they happy that he was in that predicament.
Yeah.
And for him to come out of that and still double down on what he was before, like I said, it's just an amazing story.
Yeah.
You don't get that often,
Yeah.
Shout out to Tupac.
What's the next one?
You, me?
Since I picked it.
Hey, wait, hold on. We got to do something else.
What?
So, if we can guess who's going to be the odd person out, and we right, that person got to take 2 shots instead of 1.
Oh, you are.
But if you still right and you was wrong, you don't got to take 2 shots.
Okay.
We're going
I
to
think I
eat.
get it.
Yeah. I think, I'm not going to lie, I think she about to lose. So, if you lose, you got to take 2.
Okay, this one say Kool-Aid or sweet tea.
Shit. Hey.
I'm so nervous, y'all. Like,
Oh, shit. Oh, go ahead.
are we putting our best in? We not putting our best in?
Nah, I think she gonna fold.
Okay, I think it's gonna be you. You thinking? I
You think it's
so
gonna be
too,
me?
friend.
Damn, so I fold. I
Okay.
gotta take 2 shots. All right, y'all ready?
One,
I'm trying not to look at his board because it's so exposed to my eyes, but I'm looking elsewhere.
3.
Yeah, on God.
Yeah, cause
It's hot outside.
but not gonna lie, it
want
looked
some
like
Kool-Aid.
you. Hey, I'm glad because I really thought you was gonna put sweet tea.
I thought he was too. I was
Sweet
really,
tea.
I was at a hard tie though, y'all. I'm not
For
gonna
real?
lie, cause I love sweet tea too. Like
What
Sweet
sweet
tea.
tea you like?
sweet tea, period. As long as it's sweet, I like
Lipton for sure. Lipton.
I feel like Popeyes. It's so good.
Popeyes
Oh,
got
yeah,
a good
facts.
sweet tea.
It's good.
Sweet tea or lemonade?
Lemonade.
Lemonade
Facts,
for sure.
facts.
For
Lemonade, lemonade, crunchy ice.
Strawberry, please.
All right.
Whew. Yeah. I love being able to like shake up a box, even though our producer didn't want us to have a box.
Yeah.
Wings, lemon pepper or hot honey?
Damn.
Are we playing some bits?
I'ma just, yeah.
I went with y'all on.
I ain't gonna place no bets for this one.
You called it and now you not
Exactly.
playing.
Now you scared.
For
Take a
this
shot,
one.
take a shot,
Take
take
a
a
shot
shot,
for
take a
being
shot.
scared.
For this one.
Take a shot, brother, please. Double it, double it, double it. Yeah.
What you betting against me?
We not playing
You
now.
can't stand on
we
what
not
you
betting.
call.
Yeah, we not
Alright.
betting.
I know you ain't at the dice game, not placing bets.
All right, let's go.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Should have been out.
Hot honey. I mean,
Hey, take a shot.
I
take
really
a shot.
thought y'all was gonna plot against me because I just said I don't eat sauce for real, except barbecue. So I thought y'all was gonna like set me up.
That was a tough decision, honestly.
I
And
love.
I like hot
I
honey,
really care
and then
about
hot honey
lemon
is
pepper.
reliable. That's what I was thinking about. Like, damn, like,
You
cause it's not the seasoning, it's the sauce. The sauce is always gonna hit.
Yes, it's the sauce.
You know what I mean?
I don't really like dry rub.
Yeah, not all people can make good lemon pepper. I'm sorry,
I don't really care for it.
Yeah, that hot honey be pressure.
but shit, when you stop, lemon pepper never go wrong. Wait, you don't skip me?
Huh?
You don't skip me?
No,
She shaking
I'm
it
shaking
for
it for you.
Oh, okay. Oh,
You want another
I'ma
shot or
take-
something?
yeah. I thought she was about
I'm
to
gonna
go.
take. I'm gonna do it for myself.
All right. What's this game called again?
This or
This or that. Okay. It says Uno or Phase 10.
face.
Oh God.
What, y'all never played that or something?
Hey,
Yeah,
actually,
not gonna lie, no.
let me just pull it again
pull
because
something
Uno,
else?
yeah.
You
Uno,
played
hands
that?
down.
Face.
Yeah, I ain't never
Pull
heard
it.
of
Get
that.
up, pull it out. What's that?
I was really like, skip phase
What
10,
you
really
got?
cool.
What you was gonna pick though?
I hadn't thought about it all the way yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
You
family
would've
family
lost. You would've
family
lost it. I would've
cards
picked Uno
playing
too.
phase 10
I
is
would've picked
really
Uno.
fun.
Yeah. I don't know about it.
Yeah, you
I'll
toss
check
these
it.
back in there. Or just,
Oh, yeah.
I said mine's on the thing.
All right, send mine. All right.
It's good.
Ooh, this one a little spicy. Says drunk or high sex. I almost said mine out loud.
Be free ass. Be free ass.
No food.
Shit.
The
Oh my gosh,
listen,
y'all.
is that Nyack? Is it the Nyack?
Is it the Nyack for real?
Is it?
Is it the Nyack?
Nyack.
Shit, it might be. Shout out Nyack, man.
Hey. That's two
Shit.
times. All right, hold on. I'm sorry.
Shit, lost counts on how many shots I took.
That last one you just had looked like 3.
Oh God. Facts. I'm chilling.
Mine are so locked in.
Ready?
Oh man.
1,
All right.
2, 3.
Yes. Hi.
Shit, I chose
Hi.
high, man.
Aaron.
That's just me.
You big
know what I mean?
drunky girl.
I'm not even a drunk.
Drunk in love.
I feel like
drunk in
I
love.
feel like. Do I want to talk about my crazy shit? Hey, hold on.
Take
It's a
that
deal
shot.
with
Let
it.
me say what you
It's
gotta
the
say.
it's the deal with it. Deal with it podcast.
Hey, hold on. Whoa.
Drunk in
Oh,
love.
man.
Yeah, I feel like drunk sex is crazy shit.
What kind of crazy shit?
Like, you just...
What you be getting slapped?
On the ass, huh? It better be. Only thing I don't like is some chocolate, some putting in the hair, but she ain't slapping me. I ain't no motherfucking dog.
I just feel like
Who you playing with?
I just feel like when you like high and you having sex, like you can just like you can go somewhere else, like you know what I'm saying, like dimensions, like you.
I don't know. I feel like when you
it's
drunk,
just different.
your stomach don't hurt. Like you don't got to throw up or nothing. Like when I'm drunk, I'm really just drunk. Like I'm drunk and dead to the world for real.
Yeah, I just want to lay down. I just want to lay down when I'm drunk. Like, I don't want to do shit like
Yeah, like I'm drunk. I don't want to be like doing all that moving. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to lay down.
But high,
Hi, I mean, I don't know.
Crazy.
I feel like drunk crazy. Drunk is crazy. Oh my God. I love when I just be passed out. Like after. Like I'm just told.
Okay.
That just put me down. I'm putting you down. I'm putting you down. Baby, I mean, please. Thank you. Come
it
on.
be like that.
Scream
Put me
it.
to bed. Put me to bed. Cause yeah.
It be like that.
It be like that. Well, Haley, how sex? What is it to you? Like, what's the difference?
I mean, I just feel like it's more comfortable. Like you just relax. Like even afterwards, like I don't just always want to just go to sleep. Like, can we watch a movie? Can we go eat? Like,
Yeah.
I want to think about it, remember it. Like, yeah, when I'm drunk, like I'm going to sleep, bro. I'm not thinking about this no more.
Yeah, I just
Like,
want to lay down.
Yeah, it's
you know
over
what I'm
with.
saying? Yeah.
That's how I feel
I
about
mean,
it.
preferences.
To
you
each
know?
his own.
each his
Yeah,
own.
like I don't just like if I'm just super drunk, I don't even make it to that stage. Like I'm going straight to sleep.
You feel me?
So
Might as
it's
well
like
choose her.
Your vision blurry. You just when I hit like in a dark room, drunk, like bro, the room is spinning to me. I'm just
yeah.
like,
Nah,
I need to recollect.
When
Like I can't think about nothing else right now.
When I think about drunk sex, I think about wild sex. Like I just think about wildness. Like
I'm just
what's
wondering how
wild
wild
to
it
you?
got.
like just
Cause you've
Haley,
been using that word
Haley,
wild real
wild.
lightly.
No, I'm just saying like
you hanging
just
over the
wild.
balcony?
Just I would
I know that's right.
on a cruise. Hey.
Aaron, please don't fall. You need to stay off the boat.
Hey, it's the time. Get that balcony room.
I'm saying hanging over.
I mean, I don't know, cause last cruise, that motherfucking balcony thing was wobbly.
I wouldn't know
Wibbly
that.
wobbly. I'm like, hold on, I can't even look next door, cause you really could see in between. Y'all been on the cruise?
Hell no.
No.
I
No,
love
not
to
yet.
cruise.
Not yet.
Why not?
I go
I
in
just
December.
haven't had the opportunity, I guess.
Like vacation.
I'm going with my friends. It's a friend trip.
That's gonna be nice.
We're gonna have a blast.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Drink
I heard
package,
good things about
check.
cruises, but I never been.
Ooh.
Cruise. It's a time. A time will
Yes,
be
you
had.
should go. You should go for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
I think you will like it.
Yeah.
One of these days. One
Yeah.
of these days.
Yeah, for sure. But
That's tough.
Was it my turn or your turn?
It's your turn.
yeah.
It's my turn.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. It's your turn.
Yeah, I be having these tickets. I hate it.
Cardi B or Nicki Minaj? I'm gonna just sit right here. Somebody.
Okay.
Controversy.
I keep losing my expo.
I'm doubling down. I think you gonna be the odd one out.
I'm gonna be the odd one out. I feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah, she taking a minute to write. So no. Nah, don't change it now.
I never wrote nothing. I never even wrote nothing. My
I
board is still clear.
Oh damn, I thought she wrote something.
I just haven't. Like, I'm
I'm
trying to see. I'm trying to really think how y'all finna think. Like, is y'all finna sit here and think all the way around, or it don't matter though?
See, that's how it was with Biggie and Tupac.
I feel you. I'm just.
But come on.
Nah, don't change your answer now.
Oh, my head red though.
Oh damn.
Okay, I have my answer locked in, everyone.
All right.
1,
2, 3.
Oh, still love you, Barty.
Hey, Nikki, she's that bitch. She
Period.
forever. She forever.
Yeah,
She
that-
definitely have her crown. She definitely have her throne.
Yes.
But I just hate how her personality has been now. That's the only thing that was like making me like iffy with Nikki. I love Cardi personality
Me too.
and just how I feel like talking to Cardi B would be like talking to somebody I went to school with, like a homegirl or something. Cause she still act like where's she from? For real. She don't act media like or whatever. She not really a bully, quote unquote say.
So you think Nikki a bully?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, you don't publicly have to just support people, you know what I'm saying? You could do stuff how you want to do it, but I feel like her support I don't ever get a genuine feeling from her support, if you ask me. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, I feel like if it's like, oh, I got to collab with Nikki, it's something, an ulterior, like, motive behind that. Like, for example, Ice Spice. Nobody would have thought Ice Spice, out of all people, go get a collab with Nikki. Like, Ice Spice, cool, she makes some bops, but she not, like, lyrically there to say, oh, you skipped over all these people, and you go put Ice Spice in your thing, but Ice Spice was hot, she was blowing up. And then, all of a sudden, something happened. I'm not even going to say something happened. It just was like a whole little, I feel like a bullying meltdown, like, hey, you doing too much, I want you to kiss my feet type shit. And people don't have to do that.
Yeah, I feel like Nikki just really, I feel like she's older and she's like stuck in her way. You know how older people feel like they just,
Yeah.
you know, oh, just because I've been here longer than you, this and that. No, I feel you a little bit, but I wouldn't say that it's more so like she wouldn't want to see the next person climb or anything, cause she.
So, what artist do you feel like she just wanted to climb for real?
I feel like that's a good question.
Upcoming or just anybody? Like, who have you like?
Like back in the day, I'm thinking about Nikki back in the day. I mean, like
Because
Like,
I
Nikki?
feel like with women, it's hard for women to just be one anyway. Like
It is,
I don't feel like she didn't diss like women for real. She wasn't really in rap beef. Not really. Just Lil' Kim, Remy Ma. But I mean that's
Cardi B.
How y'all gonna choose
Ice
Nicki and
Spice.
say all these things, man?
I mean, because Nicki Minaj really was like growing up, like, oh, this is
Facts.
the it girl artist.
Yeah,
like,
Hands
she
down.
was really getting it.
And
Like I
she
feel like
Hands
she
down.
came from a different.
can stand on her own. Like, so
Yeah.
I feel like since she know, like, lyrically, I don't need nobody. Like, I don't need no features. I could do all this on my own. I don't have to pour into nobody or support nobody, but that don't mean you shouldn't. Just because you get big, like, that don't mean you can't, look out or give flowers to people where it's due. I feel like it's a lot of younger artists, even Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like
But they was friends. They was friends, but Megan did some shit.
I don't know
Like for
nothing about
real,
that. I don't
they
keep
was
up
friends.
with,
I feel like she know who she is, and she expects you to know who you are too, and be who you are. Cause she's gonna always be who she is.
She's gonna be who she is.
And
but
I don't know. I don't feel like she really just went after somebody or just turned her nose to another woman.
And I mean,
just-
it's
just
possible
off the
that people can do stuff to her. You know, I don't know what celebrities talk about on
Yeah.
the side or text about, but I feel like once you got your crown, your spot set in stone.
Yeah.
Just like you were saying earlier, you shouldn't stoop down to.
Mm-hmm.
You should, like how you were saying with Tupac, like why you letting society make you so angry?
Mm-hmm.
She shouldn't stoop down because now everybody viewing her in a different way. Like, hey, you Nicki Minaj, why are you making like? What you dissing this upcoming artist for? Like, she still trying to grow. Like, whatever little petty stuff y'all got into about, like, girl, chill. Like, you good. You got your flowers. Everybody love Nicki Minaj music. Growing up, for sure.
But that's just like with Cardi. Like, Cardi, you listen to Magnet yet?
So what?
Magnet?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She talking that shit. Like, she said, like, y'all didn't even know how to dress. Like, I invented that
She
shit.
is.
Like,
she cocky, but
it's
she still
confident.
paved the way. I mean, not paved the way.
Nicki
but
did too.
Not paved the way. That's not what I'm trying to say. She still, I feel like, is more of, I don't really want to say a girl's girl because that's kind of like.
She a boss ass bitch.
But
Period.
she still, I don't know,
Boss-ass
just,
bitch. She a boss
don't
ass
know.
bitch. She a boss ass bitch.
who you talking about?
Nicki.
Nicki is.
Cardi too.
I was just gonna say, and Cardi is too.
Hey, I support
Nothing
all
wrong with a
women.
diss. Like,
It's
you
just
can make
different.
a diss.
I don't even feel like they in the same. They
They
two
not
different
in
lanes.
two different totally
So-
lanes. Like, but I mean, I guess we could agree to disagree on that.
Ooh.
Anywho,
Yeah,
can
yeah.
we
Next
yeah,
card.
Yeah, next card. We can go about this all day.
Oh, but don't let us be talking about Kanye and Drake. We're gonna talk all night long.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Oh shit! I thought I put that. Chicken and waffles or shrimp and grits. I'm gonna just put it back in. I've been putting it back in there.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be the odd one out. Okay.
Ready?
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Chicken and waffles.
Shrimp
Everybody
and
can't like
grits.
shrimp and grits.
Yeah.
Heck no.
I done had some nasty
Shrimp
and
is
grits.
good.
man.
Shrimp is good. Like, shrimp isn't always the issue. It's the grits. Not all
Yeah.
people can make good
Yeah,
grits.
yeah.
That is a skill.
Mm-mm.
Facts.
Well,
That was fun. That was fun.
Y'all want to take a butler, please, on that?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
he-
largest.
Oh, he gave us all a shot, even though we all got it the same.
That's because we finna take a shot because it's the end of the game.
Okay, all right, for sure.
Period.
Shout out,
Nyack.
Nyack. Shout out Nyack, man. Woo.
Okay, so as you know, we like to do anonymous questions where we let the audience ask questions that they may not feel comfortable asking themselves, so they can do it anonymously.
To me directly?
To you directly, they maybe
Oh,
not want to
shit.
ask you.
Okay, yeah.
So that's what we're gonna ask.
Let's go.
The first question: what do you think you need to get to the next level?
Oof. I think for me, I just obviously your standard things, adequate capital funding, you know what I mean. If I had someone help come to what I'm building, who has the resources to take it to the next level, that obviously is a major thing that I'm looking for right now. Adequate mentorship is another one, because like over the past like 2 weeks, like just through attending, panel discussions and like master classes. I've learned so much within that period. But if I had enough mentors who are doing what I'm trying to accomplish um, in my circle and could give me that knowledge, it would definitely make a difference.
Yeah.
You know, um, I would say those two things: adequate mentorship and capital.
All right. Another one. How far do you see yourself going in this industry? Are you taking the necessary steps to achieve the degree of success you're desiring?
Yeah, so I imagine it taking it all the way. Like I said, like I envision counterculture, being a $1 million brand, potentially a $1 billion brand, um, and providing adequate access to professionals, creatives, artists, into the music space on the business side. Sorry, that's my ringtone. But yeah, I see that. I envision every day, and I'm working every day to strive towards that. And I do feel like I've been doing everything I could. You know, um, Often what I have to do is be creative. In solving the day-to-day solutions. To producing impactful events, producing meaningful strategic partnerships. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of problem solving. So I definitely feel like I'm making the proper efforts to get to my point.
Okay. What are 3 pros in your day-to-day life that motivates you? And what are 3 cons in your day-to-day life that teach you more of what you need to work on?
Oof, that's a good one.
You need me to break that question down, or you got it all?
Yeah, say it again just so
I'm going
I'm
to say it in
clear.
pieces.
Yeah,
What are 3 pros in your day-to-day life that motivates you?
yes. Um, I would say, just my story, coming from a suburban community, trying to, make it in the music space and, working my way up to an internship, several internships at some of the most top music companies in the industry. Um, Coming from an HBCU where the whole industry, I feel like sleeps on the music business program at TSU. Um, the obstacles that I faced, since starting my business and entering to those internships that I've, gotten professionally. That is definitely a motivating factor for me. Um, the biggest motivating factor, I would say.
Okay. And what are 3 cons in your day-to-day life that teach you more of what you need to work on?
3 cons. Um, I'll give you one. Being introverted. You know what I mean? Like every day I'm reminded as to like how the expectation is that you do have to be to an extent extroverted. And it looks better if the room is surrounding you and they're paying attention to you. And I'm not always in that mood. Sometimes I just want to be, ducked off in the mix, but not the life of the party, the center of attention, right? That's one major one right there. Another one I would say, let me see, a con as to what I need to improve on. I guess another one would be like attending other people's events. Um, I love my fans. I love my following that I've accumulated, but I can't always make it to everything. Like for me, this is damn near a 6 day a week job. Like I only so often go to events, and that's if I'm invited. And once I get to the point where we're able to properly manage things, I have a team, I have more help. then I can be a little bit more flexible to go out and support those who supported me. I want to support them, and I do the best of my ability, but sometimes that might not look like my presence. So I would say that's another one. What's my final one? Let me think of one.
Could it be content? Because you did talk
That
about
is
that.
one. Yeah, that is one. Like personal branding, I don't personal brand myself right now. Everything I focus on, I try to separate. I'm not really that active on my personal social media account, but over the past couple months, I've realized like, damn, like if I had like that separate, and I was able to like produce content, kind of how I'm doing now, that maybe that might make some sort of difference, and maybe help benefit me. But for me, it's just a time and energy thing. Like my time and energy, all of it's going to my business.
Right.
But if I can get a little bit of guidance and assistance on personally branding myself, I would definitely do that.
Invest in that.
Yeah, that was a good question.
So, when do you expect to have the next culture shift event?
Ooh, so we actually were supposed to have one this past Thursday, September. Damn, I can't even remember the goddamn date because shout out Nyack. But the next one we're considering having October 25th, I believe.
Yeah,
Thursday, October 25th.
And Thursday was September 25th.
Yeah. So yeah, a month. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. And then we also have some stuff on the way with the House of Blues, which I'm looking forward to. So we'll be able to return to the House of Blues with more opportunities. So make sure if you're watching this, if it gets released before October 25th, that you're at that show, because we will be monitoring all the artists performing and looking to potentially recruit some of those artists to perform on the big stage at the House of Blues. Yes.
Well, that's all that I have.
And that's all that I have.
So thank you for coming on Deal With It podcast. We enjoyed you being here.
Yes, I enjoy myself very much.
I do remember you saying that you only go places where you're invited, and thank you for coming.
Oh, no, thank you for inviting me. Like,
Yeah.
This is great. Like, I haven't been on any other podcast before, but I definitely enjoyed myself. I love the concepts that you all have came up with. You all are going to go on and do some amazing things, and I'm looking forward to seeing that and, if possible, helping.
Thank ya.
For sure, for sure.
And it's a wrap, y'all.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Nyack.
Bye.
Yeah.